Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Scoreboard Keepers. I am your host, the Ref, man. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. I'm pissed.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Scoreboard Keepers. You're around here, we don't keep receipts. We keep the score. So if you want to get on the board, make your point. If it makes sense, we'll add it to the board. If it don't, we won't. Scoreboard Keepers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Scoreboard Keepers. I'm your host, the Ref. And man, let's just get this clock started. Man, listen. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I know y'all see the subject line. I don't understand. This weekend was rocked in the NBA with Paul George of the Philadelphia 76ers having been suspended 25 games by the NBA for violating the league's anti-drug policy, a suspension that begins January 31st, 2026, and will sideline him until March 25th, meaning he will miss 2 months of action and only be back with 10 games left in the regular season. The league announced George's ban came because he took an improper medication while seeking treatment for a personal mental health issue, something he publicly admitted and apologized for, saying he takes full responsibility. This isn't just a PR hit. It's a major competitive and financial blow. George will forfeit an estimated $11.7 million of his roughly $51 million salary. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Almost $470,000 per game missed. So whoop-de-doo. And the 76ers now have to reshape their rotation heading into the NBA trade deadline and the push for playoff positioning. And he should be the first one on the trading block. On the court, Philly still managed a win the night the suspension dropped, led by Joel Embiid dropping 40 points, showing the team has firepower to fight without Paul George, but losing a veteran two-way scorer changes matchups, minutes, distribution, and chemistry, especially deep in the East where every win matters. Off the court, voices like Charles Barkley openly question the severity of the punishment given the circumstances, calling the league's handling fishy, and stirring debate on whether intent should factor into discipline. The 76ers sit around 6 in the Eastern Conference at 26-21, and now it's all hands on deck. Tyrese, Maxey, and Embiid, and even role players will have to step up as Philly navigates life without one of its stars during a pivotal stretch of the season. I'm livid. I'm livid. This is exactly the type of league news that splits fans right down the middle, analysts and players. Is this suspension an overreact? Did the Sixers season just get a whole lot more dramatic? Well, you damn right. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something for a second, damn it. I'm putting up points today. Listen, is this another Ben Simmons situation? Who's in the front office bringing these guys in here with all these personal problems? Listen, where We're not making any fun of anybody that got some real issues going on upstairs in their head, mentally or otherwise. We're not making any light of that. But damn it, where's all the psych evaluations at? Why are we bringing guys in here that we know have these kind of mental problems? If he does have a mental problem, why was it a big secret? Why are you apologizing after the harm's being done? Why are you taking things that you know you're not supposed to be taking according to the booklet that Shaq said that you guys get in the NBA of things that you can take and things that you can't take? Why are you diagnosing yourself? I'm tired of these guys. You're in the wrong city for that. I'm a Sixers fan of the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. I make no bones about it. I'm a Philadelphia 76ers fan. We cover all sports, but in the NBA, I'm a Philadelphia 76ers fan, and I can't help it. I've been losing for a long time. So the last thing and the last place, the last thing the Philadelphia 76ers need and the last place that things like this need to be going on is in Philadelphia. Like, this is the wrong city. Ben Simmons was talking the same nonsense. He came here, but what he really wanted to do, he really wanted to model. Now you came here and got all of that money. They gave you a lot of money. You were in the right frame of mind then. You didn't have no problem coming here and podcasting for one whole year. It was podcasting. You had a whole podcast show while you were here. Well, like, what's the deal? Then you came here and we couldn't even get you. You've now been suspended. You've now been suspended more games than we've seen you on the floor with Embiid and Maxey together. You don't play back-to-back nights. You had an injury. They were patient with that. And now they put all this money out there for this big three to make a push when the Eastern Conference seems to be wide open. Jason Tatum goes down for the Boston Celtics. Okay? They take the stranglehold off of the Eastern Conference, and now you guys can't even put it together on the damn floor. The Philadelphia 76ers, they don't want to play Justin Edwards until they're up by 30 or down by 40. I don't know why somebody like Justin Edwards should be behind a guy that can't dedicate himself to the sport. I'm not knocking anybody that got any mental disabilities out there or got anything mentally going on. But damn it, what I'm saying is if you got an issue, go sit down somewhere before you come here. Take all of that money in a city that's expecting championships. They haven't had a championship since the 80s. Some players done came and went since the last time they won a championship. And you want to come here podcast, and now we got another Ben Simmons situation going on? Give some of that money back. How about that? Everybody's coming here getting all these large checks. But they show up every Monday to that front desk to receive a check. $400,000 a game? And you can't find a doctor to prescribe you the right medications? What? You don't got your own personal physician to make sure that everything that you do is within the law of the NBA? Within the rules? I'm not giving nobody no more damn excuses. The problem is there's no more hecklers, okay? There's no more Do you guys remember when going to the NBA was an absolute dream for some of these players? That where they was putting it all on the line. Some of these players, some of the greatest players in the world never made the money that these players are making now. They dedicated way more time, way more effort, did more things. They never seen this kind of money. And then these guys get up in here and then all of a sudden you taking something that's not in the rules. It don't matter what your diagnosis is. You should be getting it by a professional. And and then you should be running it by the league. Why are you putting things in your body that's not prescribed by the league? Or without notifying them in advance? I'm not giving you no excuse on this. None. And if I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, I'm trading him today. I've never seen a team that's just literally writing their season right before our eyes. This is going to be the plane that never lands. This is going to be the plane in Philadelphia that never lands. This big three, it's always going to be what coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's all it's going to be. What coulda, shoulda, woulda. I mean, they brought you here to win a championship, man. A championship. And listen, you're here to win a championship. It's been a long time since they've won anything in that building or even looked like they were capable of winning something. And now they sitting here at 26-21 with all this talent and all that money put out there for all these players. I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't trust the Sixers this year. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. So everybody's hurt. Ain't nobody playing back-to-backs. Y'all very rarely on the floor together. And in the meantime, players like Grimes, Quentin Grimes, Tyrese, VJ Escom, who else? Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre, guys like that gotta be sitting on a bench and going without because players that are not dedicating themselves to the games are making mistakes like this. It's pathetic, man. Listen, we're in a day and age now where ain't no more hecklers behind the bench telling them, calling them out for what they are. Okay, ain't nobody saying nothing. The writers are not saying nothing. Everybody on TV everybody's going along to get along. Everybody's Joe. Everybody's Joe is shit. Okay, and it's ridiculous. You got to start holding these players accountable. They're making a lot of money. Why I'm turning the TV on and buying cable and then maybe buying a ticket here or there to come to a game when these players are doing this? Why? Ain't nobody getting no more passes, man. So he should be traded. He should be traded. It should be no nonsense in Philadelphia. Philadelphia 76ers should not be the place where all these old-ass players are coming there to get big checks and producing nothing. How you going to come there, get one of the biggest deals that you've had in a long time, or maybe anywhere, and don't even play back-to-back nights? You come hurt, and then you do this? You got to be kidding me. You got McCain over there. He's sitting on the bench. You got a lot of young talent over there. Why should they be stunting VJ Escom's growth just because they got this big three up in there? No other team in the league would do that. If VJ Escom was in with the Lakers, he'd be starting. If he was with the Miami Heat, he'd be starting. If he was with the Boston Celtics, he'd be starting. He's a budding star. There ain't no need and ain't no reason for him to sit behind nobody. These players' best years are behind them. This big three ain't scaring nobody. It looks good for 5 minutes. That's how long it looks good for, 5 minutes. And then it goes back to something else. It's always something. That's my point. What's next? Damn. Every playoff, Joel Embiid's hurt. The big mop. I call him the big mop because he's always all over the damn floor. They call him some Hans. I call him the big mop. Anytime you got to learn how to fall, that's what? Turning the ball over? Yo, let me tell y'all something. I could tell that he learned to play the game late. Hey, listen, he's a professional player. He's an NBA player. But damn it, I've seen a lot of ball in my day. And I watch him do things on the floor sometimes that are just crazy. I know when I was in third grade, my coach told me, you get a rebound, that ball is not ever supposed to come below your waist. Now, very rarely do he get rebounds and boards, but when he does, I constantly see a guard coming from behind him and ripping him. And then he gets it in his mind where he's the biggest player on the floor, and in his mind, he's a point guard. He starts dribbling up the floor and turning the damn ball over. Because ain't nobody telling him, take your ass down there in the paint and give me the ball. Doing things you ain't got no business doing. You ain't got no handle like that. You're out there shooting amongst the guards. We got shooters. Quentin Grimes, VJ Escom, Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre, Justin Edwards. The guns are there. You out there with them, and guess what? Ain't nobody protecting the rim. Ain't nobody grabbing boards. That's why every team in the perimeter defense is awful. But that's why every team that plays the 76ers always have they always lead in the most second chance points. They drive right at the board because they know you ain't jumping over a sheet of paper. I'm not buying it, man. These teams now are putting you to the test. They saying, I'm Missouri. You're going to have to show me. And now this situation. I'm livid. And that's why I'm putting up points. 10-0 me over the 76ers organization right now. 10-0. Because this is just pathetic at this point. I mean, what more could you ask for? Y'all sit around all this time to the point where even Detroit done rebuilt. You got to worry about Detroit. You got to worry about Detroit. Detroit ain't waiting around for Boston. They saying, yo, we got to jump on this right now. And then the Knicks are right up the street. We already know what's going on with them. They trying their best. And you better hope they don't get Giannis. I mean, damn. What the hell is going on? The Sixers need to make a move. They need a real inside presence. They need another athletic wing. They need somebody that's going to crash the boards and do the dirty work. They need that. They need somebody that can control that paint, because right now, your biggest and best players are all standing around the arc. It's a jump shooting contest. That's what it is. Every team they play have big nights. It's ridiculous. And I'm not giving out no more passes. Damn it. We saw this shit with Ben Simmons. And what he wanted to do, he wanted to go be an actor. Now, where's he at? He acted his way right out the damn league. This is ridiculous. That's because you don't want to listen to players like Kobe Bryant that tells you want to last in this league, go work on your jumper. No, because you was the biggest kid in the gym growing up and somebody allowed you to be point guard just because you was the biggest player on the floor and that coach failed you. You're bringing the ball up the floor like a point guard. 6'10", 6'11". You know what the difference between you and Magic Johnson was? Magic Johnson had a jumper. And he was a great facilitator. And guess what? In the finals when Kareem got hurt, Magic played center. And they beat the Sixers for the championship. Magic Johnson learned the sky hook. Just like Kareem. Who do you know goes from point guard and then goes to play center in a finals? And they was comparing you to Magic Johnson? Man, please. Damn it. I'm ready to start putting up some type of flyer or something. We need to put something together where these players got to start giving that damn money back. It's ridiculous at this point. Pay for play, damn it. That's what it is. Because y'all habitual offenders now. I never thought I would be supporting that. But y'all habitual offenders, man. Y'all play 25 games a year. 25 games a year, and then you get suspended for 25. Joel Embiid missed his first 2 seasons in the league, and now he don't even play back-to-back games. Where did they do that at? You earn them kind of rights after you put some hardware up in there. You ain't put no hardware up in nowhere. All you are is a what if at this point, or what could be. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, this is getting ridiculous right now. It's ridiculous. Ain't nobody want nothing to be able to have those type of amenities. No, get out there on the floor and play. What you saving for? All this saving, all you're doing is getting older. You're not getting any healthier. Okay? Things happen. In the meantime, leave it all on the floor. Or go somewhere else. Listen, this is not the city for that. Philly is starving. The Sixers are starving for a championship. Starving. It's almost like they're an expansion team. OKC has came in the league and won a championship, and it's ridiculous, and about to win another one. Until Jason Tatum comes back. It's ridiculous at this point. So what are they going to do? They're going to sit around and mess around with this stuff. I would be out on that trading block right now looking for somebody. Because when Jason Tatum comes back with them Boston Celtics, they're going to be an absolute problem again. And somebody say he running around here warming up and shit, shooting jumpers and all that kind of shit, and ain't hitting nothing but the bottom of the net. Man, please, listen, no more passes, man. Sixers organization, y'all need to get it together. Stop bringing these people in here like that. Do some type of evaluations, background checks like everybody else do. I mean, it ain't like y'all have y'all can't afford this type of nonsense. You can't afford it. The city wants a championship. The fans are buying tickets, and all they're doing is coming there basically to see other players play. Y'all are 26-21 with all that money out there. You got one of the top big men in the league. You got an Eastern Conference All-Star in Tyrese Maxey. You got a budding star coming up in VJ Escom. What is the problem? Why are you 26-21? Why are you number 6 in the East? It just every year it looks like an expansion team. That's because you ain't playing the right players. Joel Embiid, get off the damn arc, man, and let Quentin Grimes do that. Everybody know you can shoot, but that ain't where you need it. Give Justin Edwards some more time, man, that young boy. He's a beast. Man, I'm out of here, man. Listen, man, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thumb up the video, man. Leave y'all comments down below on what y'all think. I'm tired. No more passes, man. You come here, you podcast, you collect a big check. You don't even move here, really. You traveling back and forth from here to California, wherever. And damn it, now all of a sudden this shit for 25 games? What you come here for? What you come here for? We all expect you to get it together the last 10 games when we ain't seen y'all 10 games together? You'll come here with 10 games left in the regular season, and what you going to do? All of a sudden explode in the playoffs? All that chemistry going to be there? You still going to be in shape? No, it's like another season in the season that somebody got to sit around and hope they get through the first round. God forbid if they don't get Cleveland or Boston or something like that, and got to wait for you to come back to get it together. Man, hell no. Stop bringing these type of players up in here, man. I'm out. Peace.